Cinemagram gets a thumbs up in the App Store. David Nault, the new name to know, and George tells me how he does it in the Valley. Welcome to VCTV. Hi, I'm Christina, and I'm here with J.S. Cournoyer of Real Ventures. He'll be our new weekly featured guest commentating on the industry. Hey, J.S., how's it going?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thanks.
So tell us about Real Ventures.
So Real Ventures is a $50 million seed fund based in Montreal. We invest in entrepreneurs, partner with them, help them get from the initial stage of a business to market validation. We'll usually deploy between $50,000 and $400,000 in a company as a first investment. We also run an accelerator program called Founder Fuel, which is a program we run twice a year. We usually bring in 10 companies as part of our cohort. And we'll have companies get to, usually some of them will have a product or at least a very advanced concept, an idea, and get them to launch and really accelerate their business.
So JS, we're hearing a lot about accelerators and incubators being launched. Are there too many out there?
So, I don't think so. I think accelerators, the nature of them, and as long as they're done the right way, is to help entrepreneurs accelerate their business. So giving them access to networks, giving them advice. Now, there are some accelerators that start that, don't provide value. And I think those are a small problem, but, they'll go away. The beauty of the world we live in now is that we're all connected. There's Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, the entrepreneurs talk to each other. So if a program doesn't do well, and doesn't do well by what they tell entrepreneurs that they're going to do, then they won't last.
Is there any talk going out there in Montreal about some of the startups that we need to know about?
So, well, there's one that just launched. The company's name is Factile. It was started by Temo Shalasani, and we invested in Temo because he builds great products. So they built a newsreader for Twitter, so taking your feed from Twitter and Facebook, converting them into articles that you can very easily read on your phone or iPad and share. So, in December, they came to us and said, we have another idea, and we want to use the rest of the funding to go after it. And we said, you know what? You're passionate about it, go for it. And they built an amazing application called Cinemagram. And basically what the application does is, with 4 clicks, you can basically build an animated GIF. So the whole thing is fixed, but then there's one piece in the image that moves.
Sounds like an exciting startup. They're lucky to have you there. And JS, we're lucky to have you here every week. But before you go, we're inviting our viewers to send in questions for JS if you have any. If we get them before the Wednesdays, he'll be addressing them soon after. So if you can email us at hello@venturecaptv.com, we'll make sure JS gets the questions and he'll be selecting a few every week. So thanks for visiting with us. And thanks, JS. It's great having you on our show.
Sure. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone. Hi, I'm here with David Nault, the new entrepreneur in residence in Inovia Capital. Hey, David.
Hi, how are you? I'm happy to show my new card at Inovia.
Congratulations. So tell us, what is an entrepreneur in residence?
Well, an entrepreneur in residence is an entrepreneur at heart that joins a VC firm and really looks at opportunities from an entrepreneurial perspective. And investment opportunities and how to grow those companies.
Now, why Inovia Capital now?
They got an A-class team, a great track record for choosing winners, and they bring a lot of value to the companies that they work with. And I love working with companies, and I just felt like Inovia could empower me with so much more to bring to those companies. And the fit was just natural. And I love working with winners, and Inovia's a winner.
Now, I'm a big fan of Chris Arsenault and the Inovia team, and you guys are the winners and the leaders in many ways across Canada, and you are the guys who are doing big things in the technology field. But I'm going to pick on you a little bit. Unless I'm mistaken, you've done really well, but there hasn't been too many exits recently. Do you see any changes coming up, or would you like to see changes, or will there be an impact soon?
there's been some decent exits, but really they're a lot smaller than the U.S. We don't build huge companies. And one of the reasons why we don't build these huge companies is we get out too early or we get scared. But I think what's needed is really the whole support around them. Quebec, anyways, have a good amount of resources, a good amount of money. They've got a great ecosystem. The guys at Real Ventures and Inovia and the rest of the players out there have done a super good job at building a great ecosystem. But really what we need to try to create a movement within Quebec to get more players involved to help these companies, to grow these companies, to use their contacts, use their channels, use their resources to help companies. And that's very much a Silicon Valley mentality. And one of my driving desires is to make that mentality change within Quebec.
So it's all doable.
Absolutely. It's all doable. We can do anything.
That's right. Well, it's been great chatting with you, David. We wish you a lot of luck at Novia. They're an excellent team, and I know that they're very happy to have you there with them. So we'll be following up on your stories.
Thank you very much. And if there's any companies out there, we want to see their deals.
Sounds great. Thanks, David.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm here with George Favvas, former Montrealer serial entrepreneur who's now out in the West Coast. Hi, George. How's it going?
Hi, Christina. I'm doing great. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. So you're on to new initiatives. Can you tell us about it?
Sure. Started a new company in January of last year with my co-founder, Jean-Sébastien Boulanger, who's also an ex-Montrealer, called Rewardly. The whole idea behind Rewardly is we're a platform that lets small business owners, entrepreneurs, consultants save money and get group deals on the things that they normally buy. So the idea is a big company gets volume discounts on the things they're buying. Small businesses typically don't, so we let small business owners combine their buying power with other small businesses, in communities that they're a member of, so they can get bigger deals and better discounts as well.
Now, you headed Smart Hippo when you were back here. Were there any lessons learned from Smart Hippo that you brought on to Rewardly?
Yeah, I mean, I think you always learn lessons with every company or every experience under your belt. I think with Smart Hippo, one of the things we learned was that I think proximity to your initial market is very important. So with Smart Hippo, we were doing a U.S.-focused company based out of Montreal. We thought we could do it, and it can work, but in reality, I think there's a very, very heavy price you pay being more removed from your initial early user base. The other thing we've learned is just the importance of user experience in the product development process. When we came down here, we were part of Dave McClure's 500 Startups Accelerator for 12 weeks in Mountain View in Silicon Valley. And we really kind of got schooled in the importance of user experience, user testing. And we were actually doing user testing in week 2 of the program, before even having written a line of code.
Now, other than it being sunnier and warmer out west than it is here back in Montreal, what are some of the lessons or the best advice that you can give some of our startups here back home for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think being in the Valley obviously is great. You have access to, more of a critical mass of people that can help you succeed. I think if you're not here, I think what's important is to kind of bring some of those experiences or the way things work in the Valley, back to Montreal or whatever the city is. Ability to iterate quickly and to be user-focused are things that are, I think, weaknesses right now in what I see in the Montreal tech community. I think we've got some very smart, talented, sharp people. But I think, maybe partially because of the way the incentives are set up. You have programs like Shred that subsidize R&D very heavily. So I think what you see is companies that will build out a team and spend 3, 4, 5, 6 months or more building a product without any kind of input at all from the marketplace.
Before we go, I'm just curious to know, what's up on the horizon with Rewardly?
Well, I mean, we're just coming out of the gate, Christina. We just launched our open beta in September, and we're still doing a lot of iterating on the core product while we continue to grow our user base and our revenues. I think there's a huge untapped opportunity for us. There's 25 million small businesses in North America. The majority of them, more than half of them, are one-person shops. So they're not getting any kind of deal or discount on the things that they buy. So I think you're going to see us launching and a variety of different tools and products and services to help these people save money. I think small businesses are the drivers of the economy, and we think that these businesses are spending it's about $4 trillion a year in spending. So we think that we have a very big opportunity to help them save money and to also insert ourselves into these transactions and take a cut out of them.
Well, it sounds like you have exciting times ahead of you, and we're really glad to have caught up with you. So enjoy San Francisco, come back, and cheer for the Habs once in a while when you're out there. And we'll see you soon. Thanks, George.
Thanks, Christina. Take care.
You too. And before we go, don't forget the Robot Hackathon at Notman House, March 2nd to 4th, where you could win Rover the Robot. Thank you for visiting VCTV, and come back again real soon.